Welcome to the second running of the race to stop COVID-19. Once again, we have a talented field assembled. Number one and race favourite, the Delta variant, has been very dominant recently. A tough nut to handle. Number two, Why Haven't You Got a Mask On, is getting some funny looks as it gets set. The next runner, How Long Is Lockdown, has been a little bit in and out of late. One of the more thought about competitors is Locations of Interest. There's been plenty of hype around it. Here's Contact Tracing, an important factor here with its early speed. The full brother to last year's competitor, I'm Bored Shitless, I'm Still Bored Shitless, comes into the gates but is very fractious. It's 1 o'clock, put the press conference on, and have you got your second jab amongst the last few to come in? And finally, last year's winner, the very popular Need Some Loo Paper, is back to defend his title. He's all set. The field are ready. Stand by. Racing. How Long Is Lockdown took the bull by the horns early. Here's Contact Tracing with its customary early pace. Locations of Interest runs next, and close up behind it is I'm Still Bored Shitless. Need Some Loo Paper, jostling for a spot with Why Haven't You Got a Mask On, and who can't get a spot in the queue. The Delta variant was nowhere to be seen early, but is quickly mustering speed around the field. It's 1 o'clock, put the press conference on, is taking a long time to get to the point, and watching it all unfold from the back is Have You Got Your Second Jab? Mid-race in the Delta variant has taken hold of affairs and is getting further in front. It's taken complete control. Contact Tracing is trying to keep in touch. Locations of Interest, a high priority, is third. It's 1 o'clock, put the press conference on, is starting to make more sense. How Long Is Lockdown looks a little indecisive and is now trapped away midfield. Why Haven't You Got a Mask On is the odd one out at this point, and I'm Still Bored Shitless next. Have You Got Your Second Jab starting to get a move on, but it's a long way off them, and Need Some Loo Paper is right at the rear. Around the turn, and the Delta variant is now being challenged by Contact Tracing. It's 1 o'clock, put the press conference on, is starting to heat up. Have You Got Your Second Jab definitely becoming more popular as they all try to run down the Delta variant. And then Why Haven't You Got a Mask On? I'm Still Bored Shitless, showing no signs of enthusiasm. Locations of Interest is starting to drop away rapidly, and last year's winner, Need Some Loo Paper, is nowhere to be seen. In the home stretch, and the Delta variant has been collared by Contact Tracing. The Delta variant is stopping rapidly. Why Haven't You Got a Mask On? And Have You Got the Second Jab are getting into the race late with its 1 o'clock, put the press conference on. How Long Is Lockdown is coming and going, and here comes everybody's favourite. I'm Still Bored Shitless. He came from nowhere to win it. I'm Still Bored Shitless beats Contact Tracing, and How Long Is Lockdown? Have You Got Your Second Jab? Why Haven't You Got a Mask On? And it's 1 o'clock, put the press conference on. Need Some Loo Paper was never in it. Locations of Interest and the Delta variant couldn't handle the pressure, and they run along and lonely last.